Alright guys, hope you're all keeping safe, hope you're all staying indoors. It is Monday today, it's actually my birthday today. I'm 31 years old and yeah, it's kind of weird that I have to stay indoors, but actually in many ways I'm very thankful that I can actually work from home in my full-time job on my YouTube stuff. You know, and I'm happy that I could wake up this morning and have friends and family around me, and so many people who don't have that. So I'm really, really grateful to be 31 years old. But enough about me. Today, I was expecting to get the patch notes for 9.1, but as you can see, there is a delay. So it says here on the Division 2 Twitter, we mentioned that TU 9.1 was delayed, was to be deployed tomorrow, but we made the decision today to delay the update as we feel further testing is needed to ensure we deliver a high quality patch. Thank you for your understanding in the meantime. And then they pretty much they send you over here to the same thing really. It just says we previously mentioned to ensure that avoid the introduction of new issues and deliver a high quality patch. We aim to get TU 9.1 into your hands as soon as possible, and our current goal is to deploy the update this week. I have to say, I didn't expect this because I don't think it's been a very long time, certainly not my recent memory, that the devs have actually delayed a patch like this, a patch that is going to be focusing on NPC balancing, player balancing, all of that sort of stuff. So I'm a little bit surprised, but in a good way actually. I'm surprised in a good way because this particular update is going to be one that again focuses on NPC balancing, focuses on player buffs, NPC nerfs. We've already seen a lot of stuff, grenade accuracy, we've seen SMG accuracy and blind fire accuracy being nerfed. And all that sort of stuff. There's quite a lot of stuff coming. If you haven't seen it, I did cover it in a previous video, and of course I will be covering it sometime this week when we do get the full patch notes where we get to see everything. But I'm actually very happy with this because it means that they actually want to ensure it comes out and is not broken. Does that mean it will come out and not be broken? Of course not. But it does mean that instead of, you know, getting these timelines and having to push stuff out like what they did with the M1A. Now they said with the M1A they had a timeline to meet. They had to push out a particular nerf to the M1A. There were some issues which meant that it got dropped down by 40%. The whole community was in uproar, and they reverted it back. And they said that was because they had to push it out. Obviously, it's their mistake, etc. And if they're doing this to avoid something like that again, I'm very happy with this. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that actually when this update does come out, you know, there will be this update will be a good one, and the fixes they put in place don't break other things, because traditionally that's what the devs have struggled with. There's so much stuff that you have to balance. You know, you fix this thing but it breaks this thing, and there's so many lines of code and all that stuff. I don't understand the stuff myself, but these guys probably do. But that's one of the major problems. So if it means that they need to test it more to ensure that's not happening, they're not fixing something and breaking something else, I'm good with that. Some people might look at this and go, oh, you know, the devs are just incompetent, they can't even get a patch out in time. But I think it's pretty common in this day and age that AAA studios, they have patches and they put them out and they're broken. And that's because they've had to put them out by a deadline. And actually what you find is that most times when people do delay a patch, it's because something did break and they want to fix that before putting it in the hands of the players. And if that's the case, I'm grateful, because what we don't want is us to continue testing the game for the devs. And you'll see here a lot of people generally have said, you know, it's better to not rush something and put it out fixed than to rush something and put it out broken, which is something we've experienced through the Division 1, more so I think with the Division 2 than the Division 1, although the Division 1 had plenty of issues. I'm pretty happy with this, and I think the overall consensus from players will be that this is actually a good thing, because the last thing I want is, you know, another glitch or any of that sort of stuff, which by the way there is actually a glitch in the game at the moment. I'm not going to talk about it, but there is another. I mean, there's plenty of glitches, but there's one that's specifically come up recently, which maybe that's what it is. Maybe they've seen the video and they've gone, do you know what, with this patch we might as well try and patch some of these glitches that are coming up in the game. I saw one where someone was running the Dark Zone or PvP, I'm not sure if it was Conflict, where they had 2.4 million armor, but they were running like 10 or 12 offensive stats. So it just doesn't make any sense. But so yeah, maybe that's what it is, and you'll see that actually generally, that's good management. If you do this from here on out, guys, you would avoid a lot of hate. I have to agree. Only, of course, if they put this out, it doesn't break more stuff, right? It's only going to be, players are only going to accept this if they put it out and it's actually a good thing, rather than they put it out, say, because I imagine what they're going to do is they're going to delay it. They said it's still going to come this week, didn't they? Deploy update this week, so they're still expecting this week. I suspect it will come on Thursday, maybe, if they've managed to fix it. The last thing we want is for us to have to wait and then still have broken parts, because then that just means we've had another 48 hours and still got the same product. But I'm hopeful, and I'm trying to see the positive with all of this stuff when it comes to this game, because there is a lot of negative around this game at the moment. I was going to do a separate video on this, but generally I am staying away from all of the negative stuff with this game as much as possible right now, just because it's just not doing me any good. It's not doing the devs any good. It's not doing anyone any good to focus on that stuff. I am trying to focus on the positive stuff. Of course, I'm reporting on all of the news generally, but I'm not going to be covering glitches and all that stuff. And I looked at this and I thought, you know what? This is a good thing. I'm fingers crossed. I'm going to do the glass half full. This is a good thing, but we'll wait and see. We'll see what the devs have to do with this. I'm actually really looking forward to this update, because I think there's a lot of stuff in this update that is good. And actually what I'll do is I'll see if I can find, here we go. Here's some of the notes that we got from the video I did not long ago. So, we've got status effects from NPCs being nerfed across the board generally, which is good. That's burn, bleed. This is also going to affect PvP as well, which is really good, because we know that status effects in PvP right now, among a lot of other stuff, as we all know, is one major problem. They are meant to be addressing a lot more PvP stuff with TU10, which I presume will be coming in June sometime with the raid. As you can see, grenade accuracy's been nerfed. A lot of accuracy stuff's been nerfed on the part of NPCs, which again is brilliant news. Nerf damage and out of cover accuracy for the SMGs. Blind fire accuracy for NPCs have been nerfed. NPC aggressiveness, again, this is a real big problem right now in the game, and I'm really glad they're addressing this. The RC GAR, skill balancing for NPCs, the drones specifically, where there's basically no cooldown for NPCs being fixed. The cleanest tank flamethrower range being reduced, armor kits from NPCs, etc, etc. There's a lot of stuff here that's coming, and there's going to be more as well. There's going to be a lot of fixes. So this is I would say a fairly big update. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near the size of TU10, which they've already said, but this is a fairly big update. So for them to have to delay this, it must mean that they want to put out the best quality patch that they can. And I got to agree, if this works out, I would much rather them do this. All right, I'd much rather them go, look, guys, we've not been able to get the quality patch out that we want, so we're going to have to delay this a week. And if that means we get the best possible experience, I will happily wait a week. If the devs can do this from now on and ensure that every time they put out an update, it's a good update. Now, I don't think anyone's expecting a perfect update, right? You can look at any other game on the market right now. Recently, there was a Borderlands update. I don't play Borderlands, but I watch people who play it. And there was a Borderlands update, and they had so much stuff fixed, but actually some of the stuff didn't even fix some of the major problems. So every studio struggles with this. So I don't think anyone's expecting something perfect, but what they are expecting is a polished, high-quality patch. And I hope that's what we get. But that's it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to put this one out there, kind of like a news. I was to be honest, guys, I was waiting for this patch so I could make a video for you guys, because I knew that was going to be the biggest news, at least for today. And we got this, and I thought, you know what, you guys still need to know about this, because a lot of people don't follow the devs on Twitter. A lot of people don't follow them on Reddit. And actually, I believe there's a casual audience generally who don't follow any of this stuff, and actually they rely on YouTube videos like mine to find out about this stuff. So for any of you guys who thought the patch was coming tomorrow, it's not, but I suspect it'll be Thursday, Friday time. I can't be sure, but I suspect we're going to get it Thursday, Friday time. And again, as soon as we get the patch notes, guys, I'll be on it. Turn on notifications, all of that good stuff. I will have you covered. I suspect we're going to get them on Wednesday time. And if we hear anything more in the meantime, if they go, do you know what, guys, we've not been able to do it on Thursday, we're going to have to put it till next week, then of course I will let you guys know. But that's it for today's video, guys. If you want to leave a comment down below, give me a happy birthday, that would be much appreciated. No, you don't have to, but if you want to hit a like for my birthday, that would be that would be very good news, and I would be very, very happy about that. Sorry I couldn't give you more news today. There really isn't that much. There really is just this. But I wanted to kind of talk about it. Unlike my other videos, this one is not scripted, so I know I'm rambling a lot. But I just wanted to get this out for you guys, because I'm actually half full on the glass there. We're half full, because I'm optimistic that this is a good precedent to set if the patch can come out and it can be a high quality patch, which is what they're saying they want to deliver with this next patch. And I think they have to as well. I think it's got to a point now where a lot of people are, rightly so, getting fed up with each new update not fixing a lot of core issues with the game. So if this means that they can ensure that this next patch is exactly what people wanted, then I'm all for it, especially because a lot of it is NPC balancing stuff, which is one of the major issues for PvE right now. And of course, they're going to focus on PvE first over PvP, but because that's where the majority of the audience is. But if they can ensure that it does what it says it's going to do, then I'm going to be pretty happy with that. Does that mean that we're going to get more glitches after this patch? Probably, because people in this community are savage and they just find everything. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks very much for all your support, and until the next one, epic out.